Welcome to Longstash.
Welcome, Longstash. Hello, look at you. Look at the two, the May King and Queen here.
Yes. Which one are you?
Oh, this day and age, let's not get into that.
I think we could be both, you know?
I'd like to be both. I'd like to model both, male and female, king and queens.
That's exactly right. And
You
everything.
look gorgeous. You look ready for a wedding.
Thank you. Thank you. And your new hat is gorgeous.
Well, thank you, sir.
And
you knocked up for I'm dancing on Monday at a Beltane Jack in the Green festival all day. So I put this together because everyone goes full out on it. So
of
I
course
thought I'd make an effort. So this is showing the world what they're going to get on Monday. You are the first people to see it.
You're exclusive. And because you are exclusive, please like and subscribe to both of our channels. Links are below. Show your support.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really cool. That amazing person is Longman Tarot.
Thank you.
And I'm Tarot Stash. And as always, please remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really. Because it's just like, it's just don't do it. Don't do it.
Just don't.
Yes, just don't. So I did see Deanne here, so we are able to do an official sip.
Let's have it this way. Cheers, Deanne.
So did you cut out the leaves and everything?
Yeah, these are all made of felt.
That's gorgeous.
And then I've stiffened them with glue, and then glue. I don't sew. I hot glue everything. Yeah, that's what I do. Hot glued it all on. I got the feathers off some friends, sprayed them up, bent them, did zhuzhed.
That's perfect. So, what did you do? Today's video is brought to you by the word zhuzh. Everyone say it with me. Zhuzh. Zhuzh. To tweak, fluff, primp, improve, make fabulous. You don't need a fan to zhuzh up your life. Just like, share, subscribe to our channels. Zhuzh.
Yes.
It's true. You don't need a fan, but it helps.
Oh, hang on. I have two.
You have two. Ooh, he's double fanning it.
Actually quite warm here today in the UK. It was like we broke records yesterday on how hot it was for the first day of May. So yeah.
Wow. And we have some of the best chatters here.
We do.
And I'm not going to be able to go through everyone, but I do want to say thank you for being here. Moren did say, when is Beltane? Isn't it the first day of May?
Yes.
Yes, it is. And what's the correct pronunciation for this word?
Well, everyone says Beltane. That's fine. It's now being claimed to be more Celtic as Beltane.
Okay.
So I'm going to try that one. You know, like to try and improve things. So Beltane, but Beltane works just the same.
There you go. My goodness.
Life's a bit too short to worry about some pronunciations like that.
Yes.
It's more about what you do and having a wonderful time. And of course, it is also Samhain down south, isn't it?
It really is. And the veil is incredibly thin. So here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're celebrating the future. We're, hoping for great, fertile crops and successful animals. And we're hoping in the southern hemisphere that we survived the winter.
Yes.
So today we are doing readings using the Wildwood Tarot. And the Wildwood Tarot, yes, Ritchie is holding it up. Where the hell is my, okay. So Ritchie and I, and the link is in the description for last week's deck casual about Beltane.
Yes.
Or excuse me, the Wildwood Tarot. Goodness. So, and Purple Elephant Deb H says, personally, I just write them, not pronounce them so much. That's true. I am seeing a lot of wonderful people here. Michelle Marie, who is Astrological Tarot, is changing things up on their channel for readings, doing things on Zoom instead of the YouTube. So head over there so that you can see that. And we do have, you know, like Hershey, Hypnicity, Aaron, Lois, you know, so many people. And so instead of saying hello to everybody, we're going to try to do as many readings as we can.
Yes.
And so Beltane or Beltane, Beltana, or Beltane, whatever. Doesn't matter. Just
start of May, whatever pickles your what's it.
Yes. And Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic's Path's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, no.
And Ritchie's is coming up in 10 days. Not that I'm counting. So, and so here's what we're doing. Here's the prompts. We have separated out. We're doing 2 prompts. The first is what? Two, what? Huh?
2 prompts.
We're doing 2 prompts.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. It's just in. Chris, Elemental Cartomancy, is here.
Hi, Chris.
So the first prompt is, who will you meet in the Wildwood? And for that, we have pulled out the Major Arcana and the court cards.
Yes.
And then
what's the second? Our decks.
Yes, we've split our decks. And what's the next prompt is what is their message for you?
Yes.
And so, what are we using with this?
The minors. The minor arcana.
Yes. And so for those of you who saw the deck casual, you are aware the Wildwood has its own little story and a great guidebook. So we're going to read the impression and the image of the cards.
So imagine you've stepped into the Wildwood and in Beltane, whenever you like, and you've met someone, you'll meet someone or meet an object, and we will pass on what we think about that object and the message for the season.
Absolutely. So,
what could go wrong?
What could go right? Actually, we could go have fairies run around a maypole. If you want to know more about Beltane, we have done, I think, 2 or 3 shows on Beltane.
Yeah. We've been around that wheel many a time.
Yes.
In fact, looking at the photos of us at the start of the video, I think our wheel's going backwards because we're getting younger.
Yes, we are. I think it's great. So, all right. And we are using the Flying Fickle Finger of Fate, or the StreamYard Giveaway tool. And we have, for this one, we have, let's see, how many people does it say? Right now we have 14 entries.
Wow.
And so what we're going to do is I'm going to pull 4 names.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just need to let us know you're here. And these are general reading about that. So let's go ahead and do the first one.
Oh, I'm loving the noise.
Yes. Well, it is Beltane. So, and Barbara Berkman. So, Barbara, say hi. And I'm writing these names down. So, and who do we have next?
We'll see.
Got it. And then Aquarius Owl. I know. I just love these sort of things. I think they're funny. Oh, here, let's do this one. Moren.
Lovely. So there's our first 4.
Yes.
I think we're going to be quite fast. I think we're going to get through loads of people today.
I think so. And if Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path, does not get picked, I am going to make sure that she gets picked because it's her birthday.
Yep.
And okay, do I have Rossi? I have all 4? Okay.
Yeah, everyone's here.
Rossi, Barbara.
Are we going to be in that position to start off with? Okay.
Barbara, hang on, I got to get Maureen. Maureen.
Good. Yeah.
Is Maureen here?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find her.
She said, "Yay!"
Got it. Thank you. All right. So Barbara is up first, and so Barbara, who will you meet in the Wildwood? Ooh, Barbara, you're meeting the Page of Stones. The Page of Stones, the Lynx, and this Lynx is going to be very cautiously. Okay, no, this is okay. It's going to be very sly, yet very cautious. So I would say the message about you, who you're going to meet in the Wildwood, is going to be the Page of Pentacles. And there's not going to be any rush. This is going to be a very slow and very observant experience in the Wildwood for you.
The message of the Lynx is the 10 of Bows, which is responsibility. Ooh. And I'm really impressed you picked up on the slowness of our page here on this one, because if this card is the meaning behind it, this is a person with a job to do. You have a job to do, okay? You have to see that job through. It's not going to be easy. It's not always going to be plain sailing, but what you're doing is crucial for your success and the success, excuse me, of people around you. It's not going to be as straightforward as perhaps you first thought out, but there is a beauty in this task. There is a beauty perhaps in the hurdles you have to jump over. And once you get to that final hurdle and you make it there, oh, you're going to have learned so much, and you'll be in such a better position. And it's a perfect time this time of year for, planting those seeds, starting those things. And remember, we've got the rest of the year to get through, so there's no rush. Yes.
And I would encourage you, Barbara, to look up links. And there's some message there. So
Lovely.
Perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. I'm liking this.
This is great. Okay, so that's Barbara. And then we have Rossi. And avert your gaze. So, and by the way, there are more people who are coming in. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And Barbara says, thank you so much, Gerald and Ritchie. I will look that up. So,
okay, Rossi. It is the perfect card for this time of year. I have number 6, the Forest Lovers.
ooh,
The card of Beltane. This is the card of hand fasting, of going into the forest and spending time, precious time, with your loved one, or loved ones, I should say. So the Forest Lovers here, the message that they're going to give to you, it's from a place of love, but it's also a place of choice, because with this card, it's about hand fasting. And hand fasting happens for a year and a day. And after that, you have a choice on whether you stay hand fasted together or you can break it. Yes. And so the message here is that there is a choice going on, and it's down to you to decide what the best outcome is going to be. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Gerald, for that message.
Well, and the message is the 5 of Swords, frustration, or 5 of Arrows, frustration. I actually like this in relation to what you picked there, Ritchie, because the lesson is part of being in a relationship of any kind is to have frustration. It is what you do with that frustration that helps you on the other side. So part of that frustration, you can see there are lots of arrows flying that are missing the intended target. Slow down, center, and understand that frustration is a natural part of a relationship and a partnership. And trust me, for a year and a day, if you're with somebody, you know, after about the first 6 weeks, there will be frustration. Thank you, Rossi. I hope that
lovely. Thank you, Rossi.
Yeah, that's great. And then Debbie Aquarius Owl is next.
Right, Debbie.
And I did see Sylvia come in. And Rossi said, thank you. All right. So, Debbie, who will you meet in the Wildwood? And of course, I'm still going to ask, do you have this deck, people? And are you using it? So you might want to try it like this. This is a great reading. Great for reading.
It's not often we pull the decks apart, is it, sometimes, to do
readings? It's not. But this is a good year to, or a good time of the year to do it.
Yeah.
Debbie, what I have for you is who will you meet in the Wildwood? You will meet the wheel. You will meet things that you were not expecting to meet. They will cause you to slow down, to switch gears, to take a different route. And the map that you have, don't throw it away. Be willing to use that map as and take a moment to adjust your navigation.
I like that. Mm-hmm. The message from the wheel is of generosity. The 9 of Vessels, a very prestigious, lucky card for this time of the any time, but certainly coming into this one. So the card of generosity suggests that you are going to be coming into your own. You are going to have the ability to perhaps spend, whether that's resources, whether it's finances, whether it's time, could be something else, but you're going to have ample and almost extra of it. And so it is your responsibility on how you want to dish that out, how much you keep for yourself, and how much you share around. And this person here is meditating on all the wonderful things that they have in their cups and their jars here. He's not a rush to go and spend it. He's thinking very carefully about what the best route would be.
I love that, because you slow down and meditate a little bit before you decide which direction you're going to go as the wheel turns. That's like perfect.
Beautiful message.
Dang. So, all right. Maureen is up.
Hello, Moren. Donna said, I got this deck recently and I watched it back. Your deck treasure, it was very informative. Thank you.
And Philippa says, I like this way of splitting the deck. I've never done this. Oh my goodness. This just in. I'll put you back up there, Maureen. But look, it's Brian. Blushing their
Hello,
tarot.
Brian. Good
to see you. Good to see you. All right. So, and Maureen is like, woohoo.
Can I start here? I have got the very start here because I have for you the Wanderer. Now, we talk about people that you might meet. This, of course, could be you. And you are about to enter this Wildwood, this new situation. Perhaps you need a fellow traveler on your way to guide you, or perhaps just to be another person with you. So this is a person who, quite frankly, doesn't really know what's going on around them. They're just as much in the dark as perhaps you might be. However, they are prepared. They know what they're going. They know what the journey is going to be. They don't know what they is going to find upon the way, but they are happy to take that first step into the Wildwood. They're happy to take that step off the cliff that you can see there. They're walking along that rainbow bridge, and they are open for whatever the message is and whatever they find along the way.
I absolutely love that, because look, they're crossing a river, right?
Yeah.
In that, it's the 8 of Vessels, rebirth. So the message is as you wander across that water, that river, make sure you allow yourself to become refreshed, rewarded, and rebirthed. I think, you had mentioned that you may be by yourself, you may be alone. And that is when I noticed there are birds at the top of this, in the trees. I would say, Maureen, notice the birds around you and what they are singing and what they are saying, because I love is once you cross there, you will definitely be you'll have a new look. You will feel that cleanse. That is very important.
And can I just add to that, Gerald, is the birds at the moment are going absolutely mad. I was up early for the Beltane sunrise the other day, and it was just a beautiful dawn chorus. And they're singing even now. I can hear them out the window. They do not shut up singing, but I shouldn't say shut up, because it's a joyous noise that just accompanies your day.
I love that for you, Maureen. And this is a perfect time to have rebirth.
Yeah.
So I like that. All right. So we're going to pull 4 more people. Should I do some more sound effects?
Why not?
Okay. Let's see. Who is next? 4. And if Jamie does not come up in this one, she will. Garnet. Just say that you're here, Garnet. And let's see.
I thought you dropped something then, Gerald, for a moment.
Oh, well, look at this.
Beltane.
Let us know that you're here. And Well, gee, that sort of needs to have a longer one, doesn't it, there? Purple Elephant, Deb H.
Yes. Hi, Deb.
And then Spiritual Garden. All right. Thank you. Okay, so I'm looking for Garnet is here. So I'm looking for Garnet, Beltane.
Beltane is here. Sit here. Yep.
Yep, got it.
Yes, yeah.
And Spiritual Garden. And then Jamie will be there.
Spiritual
Garden. And then Jamie will be after this one because it was her birthday yesterday. She's a friend of mine and it's my show. So there you go. I can do these things. Yes. Yeah. There you go. Yes. So, and by the way, please make sure that you are spending a few moments to verify that you are subscribed to all of our channels. So, Garnet is up. So here we go. So who will you meet in the Wildwood, Garnet? Garnet, you're going to meet the Guardian.
Ooh.
Now, here's the interesting thing about the Guardian. You have to be very careful when you see the Guardian because the Guardian may frighten you. The Guardian is going to bring up some things that may be difficult for you to see. However, don't make any quick movements. Pay attention to what the Guardian is doing. And the Guardian can actually lead you through the Wildwood pretty safely. However, don't lose your senses. And their message for you is what, Ritchie?
Insecurity.
Oh.
So as you tread a new pathway, particularly with the ancestors, the message coming through that is we can never be sure, obviously, of what's about to happen. And this poor person here is having arrows fired at them left, right, and center. They feel very much lack. They feel very much like everything's going wrong. Everything may feel like that, but stop, pause, reassess. There's several things that you can do to change that insecurity. And one of those is to just find out, talk, communicate with people who might have a better, clear view or a stronger way of showing you how to overcome those insecurities. So basically, don't let yourself stay in your head. Talk to people about situations as they come up, and find out why people do things. Find out why that situation's happening, because it won't be so scary once you find out.
Right. I like that. That's a good match, actually.
Yeah.
And Garnet said, "Spot on, chaps."
Cute.
All right.
Thank you, Garnet.
Yes. All right. And next up, how did you pronounce this person's name?
I'm going to go with Beltane.
Okay. Beltane's up. And then we have Purple Elephant, Spiritual Garden, and then this is where I'm pulling the Jamie card. So
don't make me use my Jamie card.
Don't make me use my supervisor voice.
Yeah.
You were right, Ritchie, you were correct in the pronunciation of that.
Oh, thank you. That's nice. Thank you for letting me know.
Mm-hmm.
But I have horse. I have a horse. Now, in the UK, there's a wonderful area on the south of England called the New Forest, where wild ponies roam. And I know that's true for other parts of the world as well. This is a wild horse. This cannot be necessarily tamed, nor should it be tamed, because this Knight of Stones can kick when it is being threatened. It can also sort of bark, and as this card illustration shows, it can kind of do all sorts of things unexpected. And this Knight of Stones, normally we would think of as being quite boring, quite regimented, quite slow. But add in the energy of the horse, add in the energy of the goddess Epona, who is the patron saint, or has the horse as her animal. You have a really beautiful, strong, yet slightly unpredictable character that's going to come along. This horse could carry the load that you have to put on its back. You could try to ride it. I personally wouldn't. Or you can just walk with it. But however, this horse is a very strong creature that can come across as helpful or not helpful. But I would just say be slightly aware of its hooves and its back legs.
Yes, because what the message is, and I would say this horse will lead you to the 10 of Stones home. And one thing that if you've ever gone on a long journey, you've ever gone on a quest, you've had that example where you've left home and you're out wandering, it's so nice to come home. But with that horse, it feels significantly important because you're going to have an opportunity to celebrate those experiences that have made you who you are, and allow you to bring that into home, and allow you to, how do I want to say that? You will have some new stories to tell, and you will have some new adventures, whether this be your chosen family, your biological or blood family. This is one of those things that I love that. I love the look of that horse riding right through here to get to the tree.
Yeah.
So the message is, okay, spot on for this Aquarius. Okay, we will leave it there. Love it.
This horse can kick.
Yes. And more people have come in. Pamela.
Hi, everyone.
Jackie. Linda de Gonzalez. So,
hey, Jackie.
And it's
Hi, Linda.
lovely. Okay. So now we have Deb. Oop, okay. And by the way, Deb has agreed to be a guest with me on Monday, the 5th of May. We're doing a silly casual. We are talking about joy as resistance.
Beautiful.
So plan on that. Plan on that. So thank you, Jen B. Visionary Gal. Oh, there you go. Deb says, woohoo, I stopped lurking for you two beautiful gents. I'm going to pop that up because here, so who will you meet on the Wildwood? You will meet the Page of Arrows, or the Wren. Look up the Wren, do a little bit of research on this. What is an important thing about this, and by the way, I wish Wren were here. Wouldn't that be lovely? We have one of the best chatters' name is Wren. What's interesting is notice how this bird they have their head tilted up. They're noticing things. They're looking up. They're not just paying attention to what's going on in the physical world. So this page is trying to figure out to going, all right, they're taking a moment and they're going, hmm, 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 hmm. So I think this is who you will meet in the Wildwood. You're going to meet creatures who are looking up and around them and seeing what they're noticing.
Right. The message here is a bit Six of Stones, exploitation. Firstly, we look at this card and we think, oh, okay, that's not a very nice image there. We have a man and a young woman, and their beehives have all been burnt and there's fires going on. It feels like they have been attacked. All their stores are gone. They've been left with nothing. However, we've got the other side of that exploitation as to why people do that. Why do people exploit others there? And quite often it's because they aren't, what's the word I'm looking for? They aren't safe in their own spaces. So I would firstly say, make sure if you're doing particularly anything with legal documents or anything that's life-changing, big things happening, please read the small print.
Yes.
Please check out if something feels too good to be true, usually it is. So always read the small print because you don't want to get caught out. Also make sure that you have all your bases covered, and also make sure that, you know, everything is perhaps thinner spread rather than putting all your eggs in one basket, which was one of my mum's favorite sayings there. So this isn't suggesting you will be exploited, but just make sure you take all those safety measures. Change your password on your computer and all those ones. Do that kind of thing. Have a physical check-in, making sure that you are in a safe space.
I'm going to add something to that. So, okay, so read the fine print. I'm thinking of trying to drive again, and I'm looking for cars this weekend. Don't feel pressure, and pity the salesperson who tries to pressure Deb into doing something she's not ready to do. Boom.
Take 6 stones with you. Keep them in your pocket.
Ooh, I like that. Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's perfect.
And throw them at the person if they start exploiting you.
I love that. All right. And spiritual gardening is up. So avert your gaze. And by the way, next Friday, Ritchie and I are with Allie doing rock, paper, scissor readings. So I think you all should like and subscribe because we'll be simulcasting that.
Right. Oh, we have a major arcana here for you, spiritual.
Ooh.
You have the Ancestor. This is a character in the Wildwood that you can't avoid. When you meet the Ancestor, you meet the Ancestor. Hopefully you can see that we have somebody wearing a reindeer head, or perhaps it's a god or goddess with a reindeer head, and they are beating their drum. And the moon, which is very much like the moon in the sky at the moment, is just in the horizon there. The card of the Ancestor is asking you to remember those that have tread the path before. And they do that by pulling in shamanic. They pull in the beats, the heartbeats, if you like, of those that have gone, and the footsteps that they've made. So the drum is really important with this card. So the moment you hear music, or when you want to tap out a rhythm, or you find that your leg, perhaps, you know, sometimes people's legs just start to make that kind of jerky movement, that could be a message. That could be a reminder that your ancestors are around. So this is a wonderful card, and I love the Ancestors. Pay attention to what your ancestor is saying.
And I'm gonna add on to that, because the message is, it's the Ace of Vessels.
Ooh.
It is the waters of life. And what I feel is that drum is beating, is actually stirring the waters of life for you. And it is, in particular, allowing you to look at the history and your ancestors with a refreshed view. It's like that right after the rain fall, you get up and what's that? What's the name of that?
Petrichor.
Yes, petrichor. When you have that petrichor, there's something very deep and gratifying about that. Allow it to be. Do not overthink it. Allow it to be in the moment and look at these waters of life and how the water keeps flowing. And we have the elk or the stag, we have the swan, and we have these beautiful things on it. So allow this to spiritual garden. I hope this makes some sense to you. It's just, it feels like it, the ancestors and the drumming, it's trying to create new waves for you.
Yeah.
So
perhaps take up drumming if you haven't done so yet, or do some drumming tracks. There's loads online.
Yes. And S. Steele said, Ritchie, that card is badass.
It is.
It is. It is. So yeah, it's a good one for spiritual garden. So pull and rank. We're doing Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic Paths. And she likes the ping pong ball sound. I've threatened to make Linda de Gonzalez a sort of like a phone, but I want it to be a slide whistle so she can talk over it to get people to show up.
Have you ever played that beer pong game? You know what I mean?
I know beer pong, but I've never played it.
I bet Jamie's really good at it.
Is that true, Jamie? And Nita's Nook is going to be going away. So, well, thank you for being here. Okay, so Jamie, who will you meet in the Wildwood? Oh, look. Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path, is going to meet the Wanderer. So as you enter this new year, your solar return, you are going to meet yourself. And I love this idea of is celebrate yourself and encourage yourself to have that moment of stepping off and stepping into the waters. So yeah, she's laughing. she's laughing, but yeah, this feels extremely powerful. So
I've also got one of your favorite cards here, Gerald, the 10 of Arrows instruction.
Yes,
we were talking a lot about this card in our live last week, wasn't it? There. So Jamie, as you enter this new phase, you're wandering there. The card is to either you are going to do that instructing, perhaps find somebody who needs tutoring, somebody that needs your support, and expel those wise words and expletives at them because they need to hear it. Okay. Or perhaps you need to hear it. Perhaps you need to seek instruction and learn something new. But either way, it's a time for passing on information. It's a time for putting the skills to the test. It's time to think about what you can give to the world or give to other people, or perhaps what they can do for you.
I also wonder is when we look at the card that you have, the instruction card, which one is Jamie, or is she both at the same time?
She's both of them.
So
for now.
I have been doing readings here from the coast. Oh, I love that. Been doing readings. And S. Steele said, who doesn't love wise words being yelled at them? that's an interesting thing. So, all right. So we are going to let's see who our next four are. And who do we have? Oh.
Oh.
All right. Well, we just did that. So see, we knew it was going to happen. And who's Kendra? Kendra, let us know that you're here, please. And who do we have next? By the way, for those of you who've not done, backstage stuff, J Cat Lady is here. You got to understand, I am frantically moving between screens. So
you're doing a fabulous job.
Well, thank you. That is dinner chime.
Kelly.
And love it. And this is still one of my favorites. I love this one.
Astrological.
Oh, Michelle Marie. Yay. All right, so looking for Kendra. Kendra is here. And J Cat Lady. And then Kelly McCall. And then got it.
Astrological Tarot's here. Yep.
Got it. So, what may happen is I may actually have to use the white courtesy phone. Should I do that?
Shall we do that?
Let's do that. J Cat Lady, Kelly McCall, please pick up the white courtesy phone. J Cat Lady is here. And Kelly McCall. Okay.
Right.
Niner. So Kendra is up. I'm going to keep us in the same position.
Oh, okay. Why not?
If that's okay.
Fine.
Kendra. I don't know if I've read for Kendra before.
No. I'm just thinking what a nice name Kendra is.
Kendra is a beautiful name. All right, Kendra, who will you meet in the Wildwood? You're going to meet the Knight of Bows, the Fox. Now, what's great about the Knight of Bows is this fox is very agile, very quick, quite cunning, and quite resourceful because they are able to dash about and move with great purpose. And so I'm wondering if you may actually have to keep up a little bit because they may be moving quite quickly. But notice how intently I was going to say how intently this fox is looking, but this fox is looking kind of smug and not actually not looking anywhere. But I think, this fox is saying, okay, boom, now we're going. So go ahead.
That's interesting. I have 6 of Cups reunion. So what? Now when you start again, so it could be that you are going to be meeting up or finding yourself in a situation that you have been in before, perhaps meeting up with old friends or perhaps colleagues or just somebody from your past. But I'm wondering if this reunion is with the fox. I'm wondering whether the characteristics that you described of this fox is somebody that's going to be coming back into your life, Kendra. Now, you can interpret the fox many ways. Most people think of me as quite wily and quite a trickster, and have that. So again, it's interesting that I got a feeling that somebody's coming back into your life with fox-like traits. So look out for them. But there's certainly somebody coming back from the past there. So whether you want them to come back from the past, and that's a different matter. But
True.
They're coming.
True. Thanks, Kendra. Kendra said, love it. That's great. All right. And then J Cat Lady, avert your gaze. And I haven't heard from Kelly McCall.
No.
So, but that's okay, because after this one, we have Astrological Tarot.
Mm-hmm.
Sky Dancer, you're here. That's all that matters. You can always watch the playback. It's perfect.
Yay, Cat Lady. I've got an interesting card for you. You are meeting the Great Bear. Ooh. Now, number 20, we're not going to say it's an RWS version of this one, but the Great Bear here is enticing you in to that tomb and that underground cave. It's like you're about to go into an elevator and perhaps move up or down onto a different level. This is about leveling up. It's also about following your stars as well, because the plow is in the constellation of the Great Bear. And I don't know if you can see that you've got the plow there. And that constellation points to the North Star, which is, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, the star that we all turn around. It's always in the heavens. So there's a great message here, is to keep focus, because you are about to level up. You are about to go through almost an initiation, it feels like. That's what the Great Bear has for you. So let's see what his message is.
Well, it's funny how you say that, because the message is the Eight of Bows, Hearthfires.
Oh,
is a card of a great deal of energy, a lot of fast movement. And if you go into that cave, what you may meet are people who are going to increase your energy and light your fire and allow the embers, which may have actually started to cool, to heat up again. And this is, I love this card with that one. That pairing is quite natural, quite amazing.
yeah.
And it's like, dang. So
I love that card you've got. I would so love to be in that group of people drinking
yes.
and celebrating and laughing.
Yes. And so lots of power. So J Cat Lady, that's what the message is. So, and all right, Michelle Marie is up, and yeah, Pamela Batcher said these card pairs are blowing me away.
It's working lovely.
Yes, well, I do love it that we were able to do a deck casual just before we were doing this. Great. J Cat Lady said thank you both. Okay, so who will you meet in the Wildwood? Ah, we have a repeat. You will meet the wheel. So in the Wildwood, this is one of those things that it is necessary. When we see this image, we see an old shirt or some sort of a top that is being woven again differently. So what you will meet in the Wildwood is perhaps either the weaver, or actually be able to see this bigger, I don't know why I'm saying this, but it feels like you will be able to see the bigger plan, so that the warp and the weft and what needs to stay, and what you need to strengthen, and what you need to discard.
Interesting. What needs to be strengthened? Because I have the Ace of Stones, the foundation of life. If you look at those stones hanging from that loom as well, you can see that they, as you said, keeping everything tight, keeping all that work in place there. That's because it's grounding. That's because it's pulling it down towards the ground. And so the message here is to stay grounded. The foundation of life has to start from the very base on safe, secure footings. Let's put it that way. So the message is to keep grounded. The message is to stay calm. The message is to keep in yourself. Don't keep in your head so much if that's the case. But I would take some time to really perhaps work with crystals, perhaps do meditation, but certainly earth, ground, do all that stuff, because it just feels like the energy there is ready to pump into your Beltane celebrations, and it's energizing, it's rooting, it's anchoring, it's keeping you grounded.
I am also feeling the desire to say, perhaps it's time to run some different charts than what you're used to, and looking at some things, because astrological tarot is quite a skilled astrologer. And because I see this and it reminds me of the houses, and I'm wondering if there is an opportunity to take a different grounding and a focus, and to go, this is what I'm going to be investigating and trying to start something new, because boy, this is the perfect time to do that.
Well, when you come across one of these stones, it's a stop, look, wonder, move on. It's one of those moments.
I love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. That's great. All right. We are at 58 minutes. So I think we're just going to be finishing up. And I do want to say, we have, this is from Pamela Batchelor. Ritchie and I were talking about this backstage, and we had mentioned that the Wildwood, the original version was the Greenwood Tarot, which the reprint just went up on Kickstarter yesterday. Please purchase responsibly. Know your limits. We're here to share, not to sell. I don't know. Are we witches? Are we manifestors? I don't know, Ritchie, but if you're interested in that, go look at Kickstarter and read the details on that. So.
Yes, it's back. It's coming back in print. So if it's your vibe,
so
it's there.
Okay, we're moving continents plus seasons. This message was needed. We'll work on staying grounded, and focus on the big plan. I'm studying revolutions as we're headed for Pluto returns in the Americas. Oh, you're very welcome. So, okay, we have a request. Annie Bear is here, by the way. We also have a request. Could we each do this? Could we each do this reading for each of you? I think what she wants us to do is do you want to do this reading for each other?
A general, or you want to read for me and I want to read for you?
Well, we could do both.
I don't mind. I could do a general read if we're coming to the end of it and people need a reading. That'd be lovely.
Okay, let's go ahead and then do. English is hard.
Bless. We get you.
Okay, I'm going to put you there, and
okay.
And Pamela is saying, each read a reading for the other. I mean, I'm willing to do that if you are.
We'll do that.
Okay, we'll do that after we do the collective.
Yeah.
So, Thank you, Sky Dancer, for putting that in there.
So for the collective, because a lot of people have been sitting watching patiently, may not have put their name in the draw, may not have come up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have the Page of Bows, the Stoat. The Stoat is an interesting animal. It's very difficult to find because it hides, it runs around, and it's very good at disguising itself because the Stoat it changes its color. In the winter, it goes white.
Wow.
And so mixes in with the snow. And if you've ever seen like royalty, you know, they have their red robes with the white trim. That's Stoat, unfortunately. But it is also quite a meaty predator because it's small, because it's thin. It whips in and out of holes, grabbing young things and obviously taking them back for their own young to digest. So this is a fast, quick-thinking, paced creature. It doesn't hang around, does our Stoat. Quite fiery.
So you got the bow, and that's a bow, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I got the 4 of arrows, rest.
Ooh.
And this is suggesting that if you do not rest on your own accord, you will be forced to rest.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're that Stoat, correct,
around everywhere,
and you're whipping around, I mean, you can't be whipping around like that all the time. You got to have a sense of rest.
Yeah.
So if you do not rest on your own, you're going to be forced to rest. So, and Annie is resting all week. Jules Niner said, that's happening to me. I'm trying to rest, and yeah.
Oh.
And we will rest, or I will make you rest. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Okay.
So, do you want me to read you first, or you want to read me first?
Me first. Go on then.
Okay. Yes, you're right, Pamela. Let's not forget mental rest too.
Yeah.
Oh, Ritchie. Who are you meeting in the Wildwood? You're meeting the Green Woman. Beautiful. The Green Woman is the one who is okay, this just popped in, so I'm just going to say it. She is full of the waters of life.
Yeah.
And you know, she is looking out straight at you and inviting you to look into the depth of the waters and to find that balance, that much needed balance that is going on. And yeah, you're meeting her cauldron, Ritchie.
Yep.
So I would say if you're going to meet the Green Woman, what a great time to meet her.
Absolutely, it's her time, isn't it?
Yes,
absolutely.
And your hat matches hers.
We did talk at the start about being the Green Man and the Green Woman together, didn't we? So.
Yes, we did. And the message is the 5 of Vessels.
Ooh.
And it's ecstasy. Ritchie, she's reminding you of the importance of feeling all of the things and losing yourself in those feelings. Go into an ecstatic experience with drumming, with love, with water, with all of the things. Have that. So, you know, what we've got here is this is what she's wanting you to have an opportunity of. Because when was the last time you actually let loose, Ritchie?
Saturday with sticks.
Yes. And like
I'm going
this
to do
person?
it again on Monday. Sticks, alcohol, and wearing a green hat. So I'm going
There
to
you go.
channel the 5 vessels and go ecstatic.
And I would also say to that is this person is doing something within the pentagram, which is all 5 elements, and they are the center. Find that beautiful balance.
Thank
Love
you.
it. Thank you. All right.
Oh.
Ritchie is almost, Ritchie, it's almost Saturday again.
Yeah. Well, I've got a beautiful weekend planned of relaxing. It's a bank holiday in the UK, so we get Monday off work as well. And I'm dancing at a really big Beltane Green Man Festival on Monday, and I set but lots of photos up because it's going to be massive. Everyone's going to be wearing green and covered in leaves and drinking, and marvelous.
I love that. I love that.
Right, I pulled 3 cards because I can.
Because you're channeling the green woman.
I'm channeling the green man. Now, this is a nice card because, again, this is one that came up the other day on our live. It's the Archer.
Oh, yes.
And you spent a lot of time talking about this one here. This is somebody who is going to be poised. The Archer doesn't just fire off arrows willy-nilly all over the place. They are focused on getting the message to the right person at the right time. And boy, does it need to hit its mark. So when this Archer is has everything in place and they know it's going to work, here comes the message. You have 2 cards which fit together beautifully. You have the card of mourning. So it is perhaps a time for you to be thinking about what has gone, what no longer is there around. Remembering it is part of the process of mourning. That's how we do it. We don't, when something gets, we lose something in our life, we don't just cover up for it. We just have to cope with the fact that it's not there by finding other things and other bits and pieces to go there. That's what mourning's about. But with that mourning, with that process of closing it down, you also get the card of rebirth. So this message is really targeted. Let go what's done, say goodbye to it. And from those ashes, from that skull, from those 7 of vessels that it is, you've now literally got, and you've seen me shuffling these cards, the 8 of vessels. It's now time to build from that pain, build from that loss, build from that space of nothing or what's gone. Something beautiful is going to wash its way through. Water, Gerald, water. That's what we need to be looking at today. Okay.
Yeah, both of us need that.
And that's what you need to be doing. But the message is pinpoint and sharp there.
Yes. Well, thank you. And that actually sort of relates to what we were chatting about backstage.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to tell you what it was, everybody. So, yes. And Annie Bear said headwear should really be a thing, everybody, for everyone. So she's wearing a ring of pine cones. Love it.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, really targeted to the season. So, yeah, those were good. Thank you for asking for that.
Thank you. No, that was nice. We don't really read for one another, do we?
We don't. We don't.
We're normally too exhausted after doing all of this, aren't we?
Well, yes. And I am on a show today in a couple of hours with Sun Psychic Jean and Mark, Spirit Whisperer. So looking forward to that. And okay, so, and we will see people next Friday.
Yeah.
For the rock, paper, scissors readings.
Yeah.
So, any other thoughts for people before we head out?
No, I just think it's worked really well. We were discussing about how this would work. I really recommend putting the deck apart and doing this, particularly with a deck like this where you have a lot of characters and situations.
Yeah.
I recommend it. This could be my new way of reading.
It's so good, especially you pull it out and then who's going to be following you, who's going to help you through the next 3 cards. So, all right, everyone, thank you very, very much, and we will see you again next week. Take care.
Bye.